Welcome to Topic Talks, where we talk about the topics you care about and leave out the ones you don't.
We talk about what most news sources don't: media, movies, and the multiverse.
We even invite guests to come talk topics with us.
Come join in on the fun.
Let's get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the giant conversation. This is Topic Talks. I'm your host, Aaron Klingsmith, and joining us today is Mark.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
And not here is Lucas again, but he had a pretty valid reason. He got sprung with some last-minute, I guess, football coaching stuff because he coaches football and all that. So he's not here this week. But this week we have back again after a long stint away, Mathew.
I'm back in the house. Hey, hi.
No, anyway. So, yeah, Mathew's back. I'm giving him the Wi-Fi password right now because I forgot to do that,
Like 20 minutes ago.
Well, I had to watch your trailers.
No, that's true. There was the trailers to watch, which they were pretty good trailers if you ask me.
I think so.
We'll talk about it when we get to that, though.
Anyway, so we'll start off with Mark. Mark, how was your week or weekend or whatever?
Well, it's been pretty busy. Last weekend I went out of town up to St. Helen from like Friday to Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And basically we were, out out there. There's like these ORV trails. Like you can take your registered vehicles like off-road and stuff like that, like four-wheelers and dirt bikes and all that.
Right.
So, it's like one of those kinds of towns, out in the woods, snowmobile trails, everything. And while we were out there, we went out on the water, we went on a pontoon, we went to these restaurants, we went to these sandbars, basically went out on a day on the lake. And then we also had a day where we were all riding around on four-wheelers. And it was really fun. And like
It's like a normal trip to April's parents' house.
Yeah. And it was really, we don't get a chance to do stuff like this very often. Plus, it's a little bit of a drive away. But either way, though, it was a lot of fun. We all got sunburnt. I'm actually peeling right now. It's always fun. And apart from that, I've just been busy making up the hours at work otherwise. But and then next week, I'm going to be going to Red Oaks Water Park to celebrate my niece's birthday. So it's basically, besides like a lot of work, it's been busy, but I'm enjoying it.
Are you?
Yeah. So at the very least, there's that. How about you, Matt? What have you been up to?
I have been helping my parents clean the house for a garage sale. Yay!
More.
And then in all my other free time, I've been watching telenovelas. Which, let me tell you.
Now, is that the show with, like, the drag queens and stuff? Or?
No, that is...
Don't get me started on drag queens. I can go all day.
No, I'm pretty sure those
are
are Spanish soap operas.
Yes, they're Spanish soap operas. The one I am currently working on is called Rosario Tijeras. And basically, it's this woman in Colombia. And she's working class and everything. And basically what... happens is she's raped, and she ends up I don't know if she kills him yet. He might still be alive, but she ends up cutting off his hahoo. Yep, and and now she's the big assassin. So that one's really good. And then the other one I watched was La Reina del Sur, which is on Netflix. Both of them are on Netflix, actually. Definitely recommend Reina del Sur. So. A woman her boyfriend's killed, and then she becomes the drug queenpin of the Mediterranean.
Did I ever ask you how did you get into watching these? Was it because you worked at a Mexican restaurant for so many years?
Well, there is that, but there's also the fact that I am half Colombian, so I'm sort of trying to get in touch with my Latin side. And I did take a class on the telenovelas, and the history behind them's incredible. So.
Oh, okay.
They're not all just the soap opera ones, so that's more the Mexican side, which are amazing as well. But
Speaking of Netflix stuff, I actually just got finished catching up on Shameless. So as far as Shameless goes, I'm waiting for the new season. What, are you already caught up?
I've been caught up for like 2 months.
Oh wow. Well, were you skimming? Were you skimming?
No, I told you I skimmed part of the first season, got interested, and watched from then on.
Okay.
You dog on me for that, and I told you it was like
like you don't dog on me for stuff. We dog on each other all the time about all kinds of stuff.
I know, but you're like, did you skim it? I told you no.
Okay, so you.
I skimmed like part of the first season to kind of get the gist of it to see if I would like it.
Okay.
Got caught in part of the storyline, and then I've watched it from then on. But I binged on it, so I finished it a while ago, and then like about a month later, then that's when they dropped the new season. I finished that in like 2 days, maybe a week.
Right.
And so now I've just been waiting. I finished all my like everything I was watching Limitless, and I finished that.
Nice.
I was watching Rosewood, and I finished that. I was watching Shameless, and I finished that. Fuller House, I finished that in a week.
Wow.
2 weeks actually, because it's a week per season.
All right, just to be clear for me, we are talking about the U.S. Shameless, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a isn't there a UK
There's
version?
a UK one, but it's not on Netflix.
Yeah, there's a UK version, but yeah, it's over there. Yeah, no, I just got done catching up on Netflix, or catching up on Shameless.
I just got done catching up on Netflix because they took everything. So for the segment that we have later today, the fresh and retro Netflix pick of the week, I had went through and I'm like, okay, I'll just go through Netflix, pick out a whole bunch of movies, pair them up together, and we don't have to worry about it for a while.
Right.
So I did that. I did that for about 3 or 4 episodes. And then Netflix decided, oh, we're going to pull all these movies off and put all these crappy movies back on. And they took off a series that I was actually in the middle of. I was in the middle of MacGyver. Do you remember the old MacGyver series?
I never saw MacGyver.
Oh, it was really good.
I've heard of it, though.
So I was in the middle of that, and they took that off. I was in the middle of like season 1 or season 2, and they pulled that off. And so now I'm like, oh, crap. That means I got to buy it.
That happened to me with Powerpuff Girls.
Really?
I was really upset, yeah.
I'm upset.
So.
I mean, I had already finished Doctor Who, naturally, but I was going back to rewatch it so I could catch up because I'd pushed off watching the Peter Capaldi Doctor Who for a long time. And so then I found out, you know what, I'm going to watch it. So I was catching up, and I always get stuck where David Tennant switches over to Matt Smith because it was such a sad transition. Like, David Tennant did such a good job, it makes me cry. Because he's like, I don't want to go. And I'm like, I don't want you to go. So I was stuck on there. And so I waited a few weeks, and then I went back to watch it, and it was off.
Oh, man.
They pulled the entire thing, every little bit of Doctor Who that was on there, they pulled off. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So then I finished the Peter Capaldi side, because I had already seen all of Matt Smith, so it wasn't that huge of a deal. Because I'd watched him in order. And I got to say, I'll admit it, Peter Capaldi wasn't too bad. He went through like 3 companions, though.
Oh,
and they all died. Like, legitimately died.
Oh my God.
Like, one of them literally got...
Literally?
No, literally like I'm just trying not to spoil it, but the one that went from... That was the companion when Matt Smith left. Clara. She lasted like not even a season.
Oh, jeez.
And she died. And then he got a new companion, and she just died.
Wow,
and
that's a great track record.
It was really bad. I'm like, Doctor Who has never actually killed a companion off before. I mean, they technically killed Rose off, but she was like, she didn't actually die. She was just went into a parallel universe, never to be able to come back. So she was put on the list of the dead. So technically she was killed, but she didn't actually die. These women actually died. One of them got turned into a Cyberman, and then the other one. Oh, and then Clara's boyfriend died too. He got turned into a Cyberman.
I heard the Peter Capaldi one really took Doctor Who into a more darker place. Like,
oh yeah,
getting to be a little bit more.
Well,
serious,
now there's a big uproar on who's going to take over. Have you read it?
They already announced
Isn't it going to be a girl now?
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
It's going to be a girl now.
It is.
And I'm kind of excited, and everybody's like
Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, there's been some big they're like, oh no, it can't be a girl, and one of the previous Doctor actors was like, I think it should be a man, and I said, I think you're wrong.
I think I heard about that. There was actually a panel with, I think, 2 doctors
There was
on there.
two. They were from
And then
the original
one,
series.
Yep, and then the one stood up saying just what you said.
You're
Yeah,
wrong.
he's like,
I think you're wrong.
Yep.
Well, the problem. Okay, so because it has been all guys,
Mhm.
which don't get me wrong, it's a great series. Okay. Granted, I've only watched from 9 until current, but the old ones are very, 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 very dry because it was supposed to be like a learning show.
Yeah.
So I've yet to force myself to go through those, which the actors, the doctors themselves were cool, but the shows were dry. So, but it's been guys for so long that honestly, if they didn't make it a woman very soon, it was probably gonna go under.
Or start getting some negative attention. It's like, why are they all guys?
Well,
Yep.
no, that has always been a thing, but the ratings have kind of been dropping.
Right.
And it's kind of been like, there've been a lot of complaints. Like, I actually went back and I watched Peter Capaldi from the beginning all the way through, and the whole no sonic screwdriver thing lasted like 5 episodes. That switched real quick because my whole objection was he said he was too cool for a sonic screwdriver and had sonic sunglasses.
Mhm.
That literally lasted for 5 episodes, and they gave him a new screwdriver.
Well, that's good. Because, were they Sonic sunglasses? Is that what you said they were?
What replaced the screwdriver? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's,
I mean, they were cool because it was one of those where he put them on and he could see things.
Mhm.
And there was a stint where he went through and he was blind. And so, like, the glasses helped. So that was kind of a cool thing, and that's why it lasted a little bit longer, and I was a little bit more acceptive of it. But then he got the screwdriver, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm all good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I mean, it's very much, if the fans don't end up liking something, it very much changes. But then you've also got the writer who's been writing for it for years. He's done.
Right.
He's retired. He's not going to write for it anymore, so they're going to have a new writer and a new doctor. And so I'm hoping it'll...
It's going to have some big changes then.
Well, hopefully not too big. They're going to have a new face, which is going to be a woman, which they've actually hinted at that before. With, during the Peter Capaldi stint, there was, like, the master changed to Missy, who was so he changed into a girl.
Yeah, I think they said,
While
while the doctor hasn't been a woman yet, it is technically canon that it could happen.
Yeah, it was always implied that it could happen. But anyway, I don't know how we got that far.
I don't know.
But
Either way, though, once I'm caught up on Supernatural, the next live action show I'm going to start watching, though, is actually going to be Game of Thrones. I watched, like, the first 3 episodes of it, and it's really, really good. I'm liking a lot of aspects about it so far.
Season 7 premiered 2 weeks ago now. I just saw episode 2 last night. It's incredible. Unfortunately, there are, I think, 11 more episodes left. This season is shortened. It's only 7, and then next year they will release the final season, and that'll only be 6 episodes long.
Wow, so they're really cutting it down.
Yeah, but things are getting very interesting in Westeros, so I'm really excited for it. If you have not seen Game of Thrones, I do recommend it. I think the writing and the characters are incredible.
Mm-hmm. Some of the names are a little hard to remember, though. I'm actually probably, when I start watching it, just for the first couple episodes until I get used to it, I'm actually probably going to keep the cast list with the character names right there next to me so I can learn everybody better.
Honestly, the best way for that is put subtitles on. That's what I did.
On?
Yeah, because when I read the names next to the characters, it helped me memorize them. Because, yeah, like, they're all fantasy, like Viserys, Daenerys.
Do they do names on the subtitles on Netflix movies?
Subtitles.
No, it's not on Netflix, though. That's right.
No, what they do is, what he's saying is, like, they'll flash to a person's face.
Right.
And he's talking, and then they'll say their name under it. It'll say,
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, no, I just got to figure out which means I want to watch it through, too, though.
Yep.
To catch it up. Because I got a friend who's got, like, all the seasons, like, solid, and, like, he was thinking about letting me borrow it, but at the same time, I might just stream it, so I'm not sure. If I
Well, be careful, because Netflix likes pulling shows off while you're watching them.
Right, so if I end up borrowing the sets from him, too, I could easily just turn the subtitles onto the sets. So we'll see how that goes. I'm really looking forward to it, though, because I've seen the first couple episodes, and that show is really good.
Like I said, I don't think you'll regret it. So, but it's very violent, so I will say it's not for everyone.
Oh, it's
but
very adult rated.
the content